And so I would say first plan, compounding machines. You can't get that, then you go to plan B, which is undervalued assets and so on. I have learned probably the hard way, it's better to put as much as you can on the great businesses with great managers, even if you pay up a little bit.
You talked about the value investing tent. And you also talked about 20 punches. And if my understanding is correct, then the 20 punches naturally causes Warren Buffett style of investing to look for compounding machines, because you have limited time, in your lifetime when you're going to identify compounding machines. And in those times, he has been willing to pay what traditionally may not sound like value. For example, he paid like 28 times earnings on Moody's, and he paid 25 times on Coke. And there's obviously the other extreme of like Ben Graham. Where exactly do you fall in? And have you felt the urge or the need to say over your past career that I need to change my tent and move slightly here, slightly there? What has been some of the thoughts?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. The best possible business you could invest in is a great business that's growing at a nice clip and that has high returns on capital, and one that can absorb the capital it produces. That would be the kind of the gold standard. And probably Google gets the closest to that. I would say even a business like Coke or Amex, the problem is they're very good businesses. Yeah, they're not able to consume the cash they put forth. So those types of businesses, which are compounding machines, which are able to absorb capital, tend to be few and far between and tend to be ridiculously overpriced typically, or at least on perception basis, they're overpriced. So, if you can't find that, then you go to plan B. And Buffett has done, even now he continues to do plenty of plan B type investing. So for example, he bought the debt of a specialty finance company called Finova, which was basically just mispriced, and they were just looking for that whole thing to be in runoff, and they would make a return on it, but it's nothing like Coke or Amex. And so I would say first plan, compounding machines. You can't get that, then you go to plan B, which is undervalued assets and so on. I have learned probably the hard way, it's better to put as much as you can on the great businesses with great managers, even if you pay up a little bit. But old habits die hard. We still like to have that hunt for the extremely cheap business as well. And so it's a mix. I would say that it's a mix, and it just depends on. I'm flexible. I think it's very important in investing to be a learning machine and to have flexibility and to be willing to look at the opportunity set and decide whether you need to do anything at all, or what is the best thing you can do based on the available opportunities, and then take it from there. So sometimes it can just be one of these mispriced bets that plays out in 2 or 3 years, and maybe that can go into a compounding machine and so on. So flexibility is a good trait, but it's always good to get into those compounding machines. I think those are the holy grail. So.